financial sector, of course, no matter how tough the deal is, if they don't get full access to the single market, passporting and all that, in the financial sector, Britain can, if necessary, set itself up as an offshore tax and regulatory haven and compete aggressively for things that they're not doing at the moment. Even if they lose, say, trading of euro derivatives to assorted euro area ports, they could attract new business. It's the non-financial services, exportable and import competing sectors in the UK that I think are going to be much harder hit, because they can't, in some ways, arbitrage themselves into a better competitive position. The City of London, I think, will change, especially if they don't get full access and passporting. But it will, I think, survive quite healthily. It's the rest of the economy, I think, that's going to take a harder hit.
Yes, I agree on the City of London. I think the City of London will remain a leading international financial centre. Yeah. A lot of the existing banks and all the infrastructure that surround the banks will remain here. It may be slightly smaller. There'll be some activities that may move to Dublin or to Luxembourg or Paris or Frankfurt. But fundamentally, I think the city will remain strong. We've already seen Paris and Frankfurt marketing themselves quite openly, trying to attract business from the City of London, and I've no doubt some business will move there. The message we're hearing from our financial institution clients is they want to remain in London. London is more than the sum of its parts in the sense it has the financial institutions here, but it has the infrastructure, it has the accountants, the lawyers, the consultants, it has the things like schools, and it's hard, to my mind, it's hard to see a single European financial centre emerging as a single alternative. I think, as I said, I think bits will move to Ireland, to Luxembourg, and one or two other places. But I think fundamentally, the City of London will remain a financial centre.
Absolutely. Clearly, it will be made costly to do euro derivatives trading here, even if the UK retains passporting of financial services and full access to the single market. Right? Clearly, you can't make it illegal to trade euro derivatives here. After all, the euro is convertible, and I could trade it in Ulaanbaatar if I wanted to. But you can, by restricting netting possibilities, and make it costly and make it here and make it cheaper to do it in Paris, in Dublin especially, where they speak a similar language, in Frankfurt. But no, I mean, Dubai, Hong Kong, Singapore, they're not in the European Union, they're thriving financial centres. And the UK will lose something, undoubtedly, especially if there's no passporting, because then banks that have headquarters here but have a lot of their activity in Europe will have to at least relocate their headquarters. But there's a lot of other financial activity, including acting as the gateway to renminbi financing, as a gateway to Islamic finance, where London has a lot of upside.